until we are at 50 days of school. Fausto, 5 more days. How many more days till we are at 60 days of school? Oh, 60 days of school. How many more days? We're at 45 until 60. Brian? 15. Thank you. Thank you. How many more days till we are at 90 days of school? 90 days of school. Nailani? Whoa. Hey, Nailani. 45. She's got it. She's got it.
Outside for PD.
She's got it.
Please report outside for PD.
Okay, thank you. So, days of school counter with coins. Today is a big day. Put the penny on first. Okay, so Nayari is going to speak. Can you please get back in your rug spot? Brian, can you move back next to Mr. Okay. So did you hear what Malik was shouted out for? So if you need to, go sit in a chair right by the rug. Thank you. Okay, so Nayari, what can we trade 5 pennies for? Okay, so make the trade, hold on.
Wrong class, I'm sorry.
And so let's count this and then let's talk about what other trade we can make. 25, 35, 40, 45. What's one more trade we can make? Do you know, Nayari? Okay, so call on somebody to help you. Quick. Quick.
We can trade it for a dime.
Trade what for a dime? Trade 2 nickels for a dime, and then we'll count it again. The 2 nickels, because Nayari, what is 1 nickel worth? What's a nickel worth? 5 cents. So what are 2 nickels worth? What are 2 nickels worth? 10 cents. What's a dime worth? 10 cents. Put it up there. Okay, let's count it once more. 25, 35, 45. Thank you, good job. Leori, we're going to do just 2 clocks today. Thank you. We'll see. Arlene? Okay, do one more. So what are you asking? What time will it be? 1 hour from now, okay?
12:30.
Thank you. Thank you. So, George Mason, we are going to quickly work on describing this rectangle. We're going to quickly work on describing this rectangle. What can we say about this rectangle? What can we say about this rectangle? What do we know about it? Fausto? Okay, it has 2 rows. Has 2 rows. So each one of these is a row. What else do we know, Vidal? So not rows, it has 5, what is the other word? Columns. So Jaleesa, this is instruction. It has 5 columns. 2 rows, columns go up and down. These are columns. Columns go up and down. Rows go across. Okay? How many tiles? We could also say how many tiles there are all together. How many tiles are there all together, Nayari? 10 tiles. 10 tiles. Now I have a question for you. How would you describe this rectangle? This one. Xavion, what's one thing you could say? Thank you. Thank you, Leora.
It has 2 rows.
Does it have 2 rows? Does it have 2 rows? Denasia, how many rows does it have?
It has
How many rows?
5.
So it has 5. The rows go across. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 rows. How many columns does it have? How many columns does it have, Vidal? How many columns? No. Jaleesa?
2.
It has 2 columns go up and down. It has 2 columns. Is this rectangle different from this rectangle? Yes or no? And why? Malik, you weren't here yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have a different answer? Devanin.
No.
Why no? Why no?
What was the question again?
Is this rectangle the same rectangle as this one?
No.
Why?
Because if you change the way.
So watch Malik, because you weren't here yesterday. It's no problem.
If
Arlene, last time.
If you change the way, it doesn't matter. It'll still be the same.
Can someone else add on to Devanin, Giselle?
Actually, the same because they're both still rectangles. They're just in a different order.
Leori?
I want to add to Giselle and Dylan because if it's that way, you could maybe tie
and you flipped it, it would fit right over this. Does anyone remember the word that begins with a C for what we call these two rectangles? Jaleesa? Yeah? Yeah, almost. Jaleesa, you're doing a great job. Leori? Congruent. So we call these two rectangles congruent, because if you had color tiles, you could just take these and flip it, and it would fit right over. Today at math, after our number talk, you are going to be writing a rectangle riddle of your own. On this paper, you're going to be drawing a rectangle. On the front, you would be writing, for this rectangle, you'd be writing just what I wrote. My rectangle has 2 rows, 5 columns, you could say 10 tiles. You'd be giving it to a buddy and you'd be asking them, can you make my rectangle just from looking, don't open it up, but just from looking at my riddle, can you make my rectangle? That's what we're going to be doing at math. And then we're going to be going to these workbook pages and having an exit ticket and doing some other stuff. So that is math today. I will remind you in a minute after our number string. Let's get up for a minute. Please stand. So Zachary, can you go back into your row spot? Thank you.
Join our class.
I don't know what you're telling me. Jayla's perfectly focused. Okay, Simon says to run in place. Arlene, this is the time when you can move. Run in place. Simon says touch your toes 10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, Simon says to march. Simon says hands on your waist and keep marching. Simon says hands up to the sky. Simon says hands on your knees. Hands on your waist. Go. Okay. Simon says jumping jacks. Simon says stamp your feet. Simon says slap your thighs. Simon says clap your hands. Simon says march. Hands on your ears. Oh man, okay. Have a seat. Simon says have a seat. Thank you.
Good morning, mathematicians. So, I can tell that you all have your mathematician brains working today. Can I have everyone's eyes, please? I need your eyes, please. So, quickly, let's check if our bodies are still. Check if our bodies are still.
Please move right up to the
Can you check? Body still, and that way our ears will be ready to listen, and our ears will be ready to listen, and our eyes will be ready to see. I have a problem I want you guys to help me with. I have a problem I need you guys to help me with. At Halloween, I went trick-or-treating with my son Seamus, who is 6 years old, and my daughter Scythe, who is 4 years old. And when we got home, we were hungry, and we wanted to eat our candy. And we each, it's strange, we each got 20 pieces of candy when we were trick-or-treating. 20 pieces. And so I had 20 pieces.
Please take your hands off.
I had 20 pieces. I ate 10 of them right there and then. How many pieces did I have left? Caleb? 10. Everybody agree? I have 10? Okay, cool. Alright, so I have another. So I need your help with something else. But before I ask you that, I just want you to look at this problem again and see that taking 10 away from 20, which you guys all knew, giving you 10. This may be helpful for the next problem. So, my son Seamus, who isn't as greedy as I am, he got 20 pieces of candy as well, and he ate 8 of them. So, I want you to just think for a second. I want you to think, how many pieces of candy did Seamus have left? If you think you know, then I see your thumb. I do want to try and ask different people. Chiquis, how many pieces? Then I didn't write this up. So my son, 20 pieces. Oops. Oops. Dry erase. Okay, my son also had 20 pieces. He ate 8. And Chiquis tells me he had 12 pieces left.
Yes.
So people are agreeing with this?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like someone to tell me how they worked out that my son had 12 pieces of candy left. If you know, I'd like to see your thumb. If you know, I'd like to see your thumb. Malia? Is that it? Yeah. Can you tell me how you work that out? Listen, Malia, our friend Malia is explaining, is helping me with my...
When you have 20 minus 10, and that equals 10, and 20 plus 2 equals 12.
Sorry, say that again. I think you...
20 plus 2 equals 12.
So, say again. I think...
10
Yes.
plus
I knew that's what you meant.
10.
Okay. 10 plus 2 equals 12.
So 20 minus 8.
Okay. So you're saying... Okay. So I think there's a... Can anyone... That's... I think... I know exactly what you're saying. Can anyone just tell me the in-between part before Malia... So that got Malia to 20 minus 8 is equal to 12. 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. What's that?
20 minus 2 equals 18.
Can we come back to you? I want to find someone who's doing this, who did the same thing as Malia. They already?
So I did the same thing, but I did the same thing by doing combinations I know. So I know 10 minus 8 equals 2. So 20 minus 8 equals 12.
Okay. So you said you know 10 minus 8 equals 2. And what was the next part?
And 20 minus 8 equals 12.
So you know that because you know 10 minus 8 equals 2? Why do you know that? I don't disagree with you, but why is that? Okay, you just know. Why does she just know? I mean, I think that's a great answer. Why, Arlene, why do you think she just knows?
Because 8 plus 2 equals 10.
Okay.
And also, I think I know what my meal is trying to do.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Because if you take 8, so if you have 10 and you wanted to make 20, you add the 10. No, you add the 10 to the 2 and you have 12. Then you plus the 8.
So, okay, so if you had, say that one more time, please.
If you had 10
Yeah?
and you wanted to make 20, you would add the 8.
Okay, so here's what she's saying. If you had 10 and you wanted to make 20, you would add,
The 8.
yeah?
And then you could add the 2 because I know 8 plus 2 equals 10.
I see. So what you did here is very interesting. Does everyone see? Can everyone see what Arlene did? Yeah?
Here's Zach's way out.
Yeah, Zach, yeah. So Zach, tell me how you did it, please. I'm going to get a different color.
10.
Yeah.
10 plus 8 equals 18. 18 plus 2 equals 20.
18 plus 2 equals 20. Okay. And now tell me how you get that my son ate 8 pieces of candy, and how many does he have left? So this was just take a look at the question again. The question was 20 minus 20 pieces of candy altogether, he ate 8. You still think 2 is the answer? Is 2 left?
I mean, 12.
Right. Okay, I thought that's what you meant. Okay. So I think then this is looking at it from a slightly different direction. If we turn this around, I think we'll be able to see. Yeah. So because 18 is here. So 10 and 8 is 18. This is a little. I know what you're doing, but I think it's
Complicated.
yeah, it's complicated, and I know you're right. But let's but I don't want to erase it, but just so we know. And the answer is 12, and we can prove that. We can prove that with our number line.
Let's.
Yeah. No. So actually, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's not do it. My daughter, she's 4. She doesn't eat as much candy. She had 20 pieces and she ate 5. How many does she have left? Okay. One more. Anybody disagree? Anyone disagree? Okay, I'd love to hear real quickly. Sit down, Ryan, and then tell me, do you disagree, or you want to tell me how you share with me how you did it? You disagree? How many pieces of candy do you think she has left? 13. Ryan says 13. Okay. So someone who got 15, will you tell me how you did it? Yeah, staff. 15 plus 5 equals 20. Ooh, God, whoa, I like it. You see, does everyone see what the staff has done? I'm sorry. Will someone repeat what the staff has done? Denasia, can you repeat what the staff did? therefore, how many pieces of candy did my daughter have left? 15, okay. Anybody do something that was a little more like the first solution? Yeah, Bill.
I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Okay. 5 plus 5 equals 10.
And 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Yeah.
And then now I know that if you get the 20 and then you put and then you get one of the 10 from 10 plus 10 equals 20 and put it in and then you plus it with 5.
Okay, so you know 5 and 5 is 10. So you're saying, so we have 5 from the 5 from 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 from 10 from the 10 plus 10 is 20, and 5 plus 10 is how much?
15.
15, okay. So, I don't think, Ms. Carroll, we have time to...
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, to do a turn and talk about why, in a couple of these problems, people used the number 10 because that's a number I think that you guys are really familiar with. But another day we will have a little discussion about that. So now back to more mathematician work. Thank you, that was awesome. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, Mr. McCrea. Thank you. So George Mason, eyes, yeah, we need to erase.
Yep.
So we're about to get up off the rug. Nayari, you're looking at the board, not under the board. So what you are going to do when you go to your seat is to draw a rectangle on the inside of your paper. Then you are going to look. How many rows does my rectangle have? You can't tell, Mustafa, unless you're looking. How many rows does my rectangle have? Zabian, how many?
7.
It has 7 rows. The words to help you spell are on the other side. I will also write them on the board. You are going to write 7 rows. How many columns does this rectangle have? How many columns? Miles? Nope, it has 7 rows going across. How many columns? Fausto? Nope, the columns are what go up and down. Kayla? It has 2 columns. The columns are what go up and down. So my rectangle has 7 rows, 2 columns, and then we can count the tiles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 tiles. Now, I'm going to give my paper to my math buddy, and she is not going to open it. She is going to look. She's going to say 7 rows. Okay, I know I need to put 7 tiles. And 2 columns. So I have to have another one. She's going to build it with tiles. And then she's gonna open up the paper and look, was she right? Now, if your riddle on the front doesn't have the right directions, your math buddy won't be able to build it. You are going to make at least 2 riddles, let's say 2 riddles, and exchange it with the person sitting next to you. And then you are going to take out your math books and start on pages 103 and 104. Then we have an exit ticket today, and in the end, we will do a math exchange. Some students will be working on number strings, and some students will be working with me and Miss Mariquin. So, you may, I'm gonna again write these words, but they're on the word bank on your paper. Rows, you need to tell how many rows, how many columns, and how many tiles all together before you hand it to your buddy. Okay, please stand up. Mr. McCrea, Mr. McCrea.